obviously we haven't done a video for a little while, have we?
No.
We've been busy around Yorkshire, the Dales and the
North York Moors.
And so we're slowly sort of making our way over towards the Lake District now. But we've been having a whale of a time doing that. Although we are both quite tired, so if we do look tired, it's been so windy, hasn't it, that we've not slept the best.
Yeah, 60-mile-an-hour gusts, and
yeah,
it's not been as comfortable as it has been.
As it has been, yeah. So we are both a little bit tired, and probably why we're both a little bit giggly as well. But yeah, so we've had a few like questions come through across like various platforms. So I wrote them down, and there's only a few. It's not like a massive thing. So the first one, when we sort of get asked a fair bit, is what did you do for work before you went travelling? So
I was a vehicle technician for Vauxhall, or a Vauxhall dealer, should I say, and then I went into
guess which one?
Workshop for
Constantly in our. Sorry. You're a Vauxhall dealer for 20 years.
Vauxhall dealer for 20 years. Also workshop foreman, or acting as workshop foreman as well. Yeah, just fancied a change after that.
What, as in not working?
Yeah, basically not working.
Which leads on to the other question we get asked quite a lot, is what do you do for money? So the honest answer is nothing. So, because obviously we took a year out, well, we took some time out from our jobs, didn't we, to go travelling, because obviously both the jobs we were in before, so as a vehicle technician, workshop foreman, and also I worked in the motor industry as well. So I actually worked in the parts department, was my last job, but I have actually done service advisor as well, so I've done basically a lot of the service reception area. Obviously neither of those jobs you can take on the road, so yeah, we decided to take the time out, and obviously that time is coming to an end, so we are now looking to start earning some money, because we really need to, because we did actually blow our budget, didn't we? Not all of it was through our own faults. There were a few things that happened that unfortunately we couldn't help. So, but that's just the way it goes. So, you've done.
Yeah, well, I did. I ended up doing my HGV Class 2 to drive this anyway. I didn't have to obviously do it to drive this, because I could have just done a C1, but I decided to go for the full Class 2 HGV. So hopefully, I'm going to pick up some agency HGV work whilst we travel, so we want to continue to travel. Hopefully the agency work will mean that we can just keep travelling. Yeah,
fingers crossed. And then I'm going to obviously continue to work on like the blog. I'm not just expecting him to go out and do all the work, it's just we figured that's the way we're going to look to do it in the interim, because I'm really enjoying writing. Oh yeah, another one we get asked quite a lot as well is how do you get on travelling with the cats? So they've adapted like amazing, haven't they?
They're house cats anyway, but they have adapted to being in a small space really, really well. They all have their own separate little areas of the motorhome. You get the odd hiss between them, but they're all right with it.
They did that in the house, didn't they?
Did you see Tinkerbell from there?
Yeah, I was just wondering if you got Millie over there who's fast. They're all fast asleep, by the way.
They're all sleeping.
But we are hoping to actually put together a whole separate video on that, because people seem sort of quite interested, and I know we've actually met quite a few people like online and in person stuff that travel with pets, but I think for the majority, travelling with cats, a lot of people still find it sort of like, oh my god, you got like 3 cats in there. Yes, we're hoping to put together a video on that at some point, just to show how we do it. It won't work for everybody, but I think for a lot of people, even just to be able to take them on holiday. And yeah, another one that come up was, do you use your oven? Because I know a lot of people don't have ovens, do they? Or they sort of, you have to kind of spec them. We use it because it's there, don't we?
Yeah. I think if we didn't have it, obviously we wouldn't use it because it wouldn't be there. But yeah, we use it. I think more because it's there. We can do because it's grill and oven, so it's a combination. so we can use the grill for toast and stuff. And we do use the oven,
but we haven't always had an oven. It's only this one and the Adri we had an oven, didn't we? But before that we never did. So something else which I'll put in here as well is we bought a thermal cooker, didn't we? A Mr. D's, and no one's really sort of heard of it. I think people have heard of like Ridge Monkeys and Omnias and stuff, which we were looking at, weren't we? But yeah, we ended up going for the Mr. D sort of thermal cooker because what we like is you can cook stuff, like start it off in the morning, leave it for the day. It uses no power all day, and then you get like 2 or 3 meals out of it.
Yeah,
it's
basically a slow cooker. Yeah. So this is the thermal cooker. It's basically super insulated inside, and all you do is you've got basically like a rice cooker warmer pot at the top, and you basically cook your main bulk of your meal in that, and it's got like a cast iron ring on the bottom, and that will stay hot for a long time, especially when it's insulated. So yeah, you basically cook your main bulk meal up, the casserole or whatever, pop it in there. You can do potatoes or something like that as well, boil them up, put that on top, and then you can basically leave that in there and it will stay hot up to 8 hours, I think, and it uses no power.
And then obviously another big one that we get asked is, will you buy another house?
Don't know. I'd say not yet.
It was our original intention, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So originally, what we thought we were going to do was like buy a little cheap house and have it as a as a base, or well, even just as somewhere to go. But we just couldn't it didn't feel right, did it? We couldn't settle on anything.
No, we haven't found anywhere we want to settle yet. I think we've explored the UK.
Apart from Scotland.
But we haven't actually. I mean, in a year, we still haven't done as much as we thought we would.
No.
I think there's still so many more places we want to see. So yeah, we're not quite ready to
commit. So yeah, so eventually we think we'll buy another house, or what we were talking about is we might buy land.
Yeah, get some land.
Or something that, with a dwelling obviously, or some sort of, I don't know, do it maybe slightly differently. We're not sure yet, because what would be cool is I think we both want to incorporate the motorhome into the dwelling, isn't it? So it's not just a house, maybe it would like somehow
live in a barn, but actually inside the motorhome.
Exactly, have some facilities on one side, washing machine, shower, whatever, but actually the main bulk of the living you still do in the motorhome, just in the cover. I don't know, these are all like cool ideas that we...
Yeah, and then we could actually make a little motorhome air as well, or van life air. People could come
then people could come over. No, we'd like that.
Put a little honesty box in, just for the funds.
Just for funsies.
Yeah.
But yeah, we would love that, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Like something with a little, not too much, but a bit of land, and we could have people over, Yeah, I don't know, so... Yeah, it's adapted from our original thought of buying a house, but once we realised that you don't actually need a house, and looking at other alternatives, our ideas have changed slightly, so we're not going to commit to anything just yet. And this one, actually, has come up multiple times, like people sort of ask, and I think they're just curious, but why do you use sleeping bags instead of a duvet? We do it because it's easier for the girls, because then if they do claw it, or... because it's that shiny material, throw up on it, it's a lot easier to clean. But also it's easier for laundry, because
you can put the sleeping bags in a normal, like even like a little 6K washing machine, you still get the sleeping bag in there. So
yeah.
Whereas with a double quilt, you need like a big washing machine to actually clean it properly.
And when you're short, changing a duvet cover.
And she takes all the cover anyway, so that's why I like to have my own, because otherwise I just freeze.
Actually, my next point was going to be, because we are at different temperatures, so normally...
Yeah, because I haven't got any cover.
Shut up. So normally I'm cold and I can't sleep from cold, and you're normally a bit warmer.
I like to sleep in a cool
environment. So actually what we found is having the sleeping bags means that when it's time to go to actually sleep, we can have our individual covers and we can...
Our own little microclimates.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're unzipped most of the time. So we can. It's not like we have to completely like be separate and not touch each other. Like we can sort of be together, but then obviously once you go to sleep, that's it. Your side, zipped up, away we go. So and there's only one more. Don't panic. I'm not going to waffle on for much longer. And this one ties in quite nicely actually with what we were going to talk about next, which is what happens or what will happen at the end of your Erwin-Heimer Group loan. So obviously what's going to happen once this goes back, because we've had it a year at the beginning of April.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Well, we haven't organised dates yet, have we? We've got to talk to them, but
sad times. They've got to go back.
It's so bittersweet because obviously this is our home. It's been our home for the last year, or coming up for a year.
And it's a fantastic van.
Oh, it's lush, isn't it? And it's been amazing. Like, when we've had people over, it's no problem. We've always been perfectly comfortable in it. Obviously, there's a few things about it that we would change, but they're not to do with the van itself. They're more to do with think like upgrades or accessories on the van. So it's bittersweet because obviously, like we said, we're not ready to go back to a house or anything like that yet. So we're going to try and continue. So we're excited because our Adria that's been in storage for the last, since we had this, has actually been somewhere to have upgrades done, hasn't it?
Yes.
So it's having them done as we speak. So we're super excited. It's like things like leisure batteries, like as in more than one, and
we shouldn't need to ever have hookup. Well,
fingers crossed.
Yeah.
We won't have as many power issues as we do have now, which is that's part of the reason why sometimes we're a bit slow with videos or blog posts or whatever, is because sometimes we're trying to preserve power, especially with my aging, dying laptop as it is as well. But it's not that bad, but it could be better. But yes, so we've got upgrades on the Adria, but again we're going to hopefully put a video together on that, aren't we?
Yeah, we'll do. So once we get it back.
So we filmed before when we dropped it off, and then obviously basically what will be happening over the course of March is we'll be looking to go and hopefully it'll be ready. So we'll be going to check it over, pick it up, test it out for a couple of nights before, to make sure that it is all as we want. And then March will be a case of us transitioning from this one back to our one. So it's not that we haven't loved this van, we have. I think we're just excited to carry on because it's the lifestyle that we enjoy. So obviously hopefully our one, we're getting it fine-tuned to what we want.
Yeah, it's not the end, basically.
Yeah, it's not the end. So yeah. So that's what's going to be happening in... I think there's people outside.
Yeah. I thought it was funny.
I thought it was funny as well. So yes, that's what's happening. So that's very exciting. And one other thing we wanted to sort of talk about as well was the upcoming shows that we've got. So we'll be at the NEC in a couple of weeks' time for the Camping, Caravan and Motorhome show. So if anyone's going to be there, definitely we're going to be there all week. So do say hi or whatever. And because it actually ties in with our route to go back down, doesn't it? To sort of head back down south to start
in that direction.
So we've got that, and then we've got our first show after swapping vans will be the International Camper Van show, won't it? Which we've never been before, have we? I think it's only...
No, it's because it's the Overland show as well, so...
They go alongside each other, don't they?
I'll be quite,
so we're buzzing for that, because we really like the kind of Overland thing.
It's a little park up. You've got to look out the windows sometimes, see what's going on.
Yeah, there's some little cars outside. So we're excited for that because it'll be the first time we've ever been, but we really like the Overland side of things, but we're also looking forward to the camper van show.
Yeah, I would love an Overlander, but...
Camera cuts off. I think.
Yeah, we're waffling on too long, the camera stopped.
So yeah, so we've got that coming up. Now we do actually have, for anyone else that is interested in going, hopefully you all will be, we do actually have a 20% off voucher code, don't we?
Yeah.
So we've got the page and the link for it on our blog site. Obviously I'll put the link to our blog site in the description. And then there's a page on there that I've made that says International Camper Van Show. So if you click on that, it will have the instructions on how to claim the discount code, and obviously it's on there. And then we've also got Quirky. Yeah, so it's our first ever year there, so we're quite looking forward to that as well, because we're going to be seeing friends, you know, new friends that we've made over the last year, but also hopefully meeting loads of other people who are just living the same life that we are, that we love. So we're buzzing for that, aren't we?
Yes.
Really excited for our first year there. And that's really as far as we've got in the year, as far as plans go, because obviously at some point we need to try and earn some money. Otherwise we ain't going to be going to nothing. Hopefully we'll see some of you out and about over the next year.
Yeah, if you come to any of the shows, either message us or just come and find us.
Definitely, because we will have hopefully some news.
You might have to wave, because sometimes we don't know who people are.
You mean you don't know who people are?
I don't know who anybody is.
He's rubbish with names and people and stuff like that, so don't be offended, just make yourself known. And yeah, we might have some stickers and stuff for people as well, some better stickers. So yeah, hopefully we'll catch you all around. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.